For those of us over 50, why does a song from the 1980s still hit harder than something that was released just last week? Many people over 50 are still listening to the same artists, the same albums, and the same songs decades later. But why? Why? Hi, I'm Scott Mullet, and welcome to the Wise Lane, where we focus on money, mindset, and modern living for the over 50 crowd. Over 50, yeah, let's go over 50. Hey, you younger folks, you are very welcome to be here too. You can get a glimpse of your future.
We're sending you back to the future.
As we discussed in the last episode, Wise Lane number 23, there's a concept in psychology called the reminiscence bump. Reminiscence bump, yeah. It describes a simple but powerful idea that we remember and emotionally connect most strongly to the music, movies, and moments from our late teens and early 20s. Roughly the ages 10 to 30, but really zeroing in more on 13 to 25. That's when life feels intensified. We have our first crush, our first big wins, yeah, our first big losses. Boo. And music becomes the soundtrack to it all. So when you hear a song from that time, it's not just a song, it's a memory. As noted in episode 23, if someone is 50 to 70 years old today, they were born roughly between 1955 and 1975, 76-ish, right? Making that soundtrack that we're talking about fall into one or more of the following music genres: classic rock, 80s pop, Motown soul, soft rock, and early 90s hits. Last episode, we focused on the classic rock genre. This time, let's do 80s pop. Yeah, 80s pop. And what a soundtrack that was. These weren't just hits, they were moments in time. And as we did with classic rock last week, or last episode, let's test the strength of our reminiscence bump for 80s music. I'm going to say lyric segments from several songs. All of these songs are among the top 25 80s pop songs streamed all time on Spotify. Each of these has more than 1.5 billion, with a B, streams. How many of them can you guess? My lyric speak, as last time, will be as neutral as possible to not give away the medley. Feel free to pause if you need to ponder. All right, let's get right into it. The first song. So, needless to say, I'm odds and ends, but I'll be stumbling away. Next song. For 40 days and for 40 nights, law was on her side. But who can stand when she's in demand? Next. Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill. Paying anything to roll the dice. Next, there's a room where the light won't find you, holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. Next, I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying, I love you. I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been. Next, paint your smile on your lips, blood red nails on your fingertips. A schoolboy's dream, you act so shy. Next, some boys take a beautiful girl and hide her away from the rest of the world. I want to be the one to walk in the sun. Next, so many times it happens too fast. You trade your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. Next, turned away from it all like a blind man. Sat on a fence, but it don't work. Keep coming up with love, but it's so slashed and torn. And finally, I've done all right up till now. It's the light of day that shows me how. And when the night falls, loneliness calls. That's it. How'd you do? Please leave in the comments below. And again, these are 10 of the top 25 all-time streamed 80s pop genre songs on Spotify. And I'm going to put them all at the bottom of the description if you need to go look. Now, speaking of streaming, the data shows that as we age, we tend to narrow our listening. We don't explore more, we revisit more because familiar music does something more powerful. It reminds us who we were and in many ways who we still are. So that's why a song from 1985 can feel more meaningful than a song from 2025. Not because it's objectively better, maybe, but because it's personally ours. Music isn't just entertainment, it's memory, it's emotion, it's time travel. So the next time you find yourself going back to an old favorite 80s song, you know that there's a reason. It's your brain holding on to the moments that mattered most. And sometimes the best way to move forward is to press play button. Maybe it's like press the play button on where you've been. Now, in the next episode, we're going to keep the lyric guessing going with the top stream songs in one of the other popular genres for all of you beautiful over 50 people out there. Yeah. This is the wise lane. It's money, mindset, and modern living for the over 50 crowd. Yeah, over 50. Now, if anyone was wondering and noticed my t-shirt here, it is from a popular 80s and 90s band, a concert that I went to. Unfortunately, this band, while very popular, they didn't make the top 25 list, so I wasn't able to put a quote for them in there. But if you'd like to leave in the comments who you think this t-shirt, the band that goes along with this t-shirt might be, please feel free to do so. I'm Scott Mullet. Thanks for watching.